Telegraph now, Nick, and dare I say it, this latest diversity initiative in the history of Welsh mining really is the pits.
It is indeed. It's Wales tells its National Coal Museum to find historical injustices to teach. Find them. Find me them now. There aren't any. Find them. It's kind of a ridiculous Batman villain of wokeness. Find them. So it's absurd. So this is the Big Pit National Coal Museum, and they want a decolonised view that recognises historical injustice, all the usual rubbish we're used to seeing now. And it wants them to tell the stories through the lens of black, Asian and minority ethnic people's experiences in Wales. And it says find material with links to ethnic minority history, even if it's not obvious. It literally says such connections may not be obvious, is one quote. And the other quote is, the new curriculum is not based solely on facts. So facts are out. Just find me anything about a black miner if you get in Wales.
And the insane thing is there's plenty of social injustice in mining. I mean, it was absolutely brutal along class lines.
Exploitation.
You know? Yeah, I mean, it's all there. There's just the element of race that's missing.
Well, no, I mean, why didn't they bring sort of blackface into it?
Yeah.
That works.
Interrogating your whiteness.
Yeah.
You've got to find it.
Coming out of the pit, covered in soot.
I watched a thing a couple of days ago, it was the anniversary of 1984 and being published, and so there was a documentary about Orwell, and before that, one of the things he did was go down the pits. I think it was in Durham he went down, or maybe it was on the road to Wigan Pier or one of those things. He spent a few hours, and his description of it is really extraordinarily vivid about just how unbelievably...
I'm sure it was incredibly grim.
Yeah.
But this is a part of a policy, part of the Labour of government there that have pushed through. It's like, yes, if it's relevant, of course this is interesting stuff.
Yeah.
But don't just force it into a
you could even do, if you wanted to, conceivably create a museum of mining around the world. Let's look at open-cast silver mining in Peru. Let's look at, coal mining in Pennsylvania, which very possibly used people of colour. I don't know, but you could do that, right? You could create who were the different miners around the world. I remember Richard Burton talking about mining because his father was a coal miner in South Wales, and apparently it's the same seam runs under the Atlantic and re-emerges in his mind in America, and they're American and Welsh miners. Have a kind of they have a kind of...
Suck it up!
What you just said then is far more interesting than anything that would be in this, just immediately.
They should just get Richard Burton's voice as AI to do it.
Yeah. So you're not gonna boycott the Big Pit Museum?
I already am.
Sounds like a good burger, though.